everyone, welcome or welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Nissa, and if I'm a little bit distracted, it's because I wasn't ready for this. Basically, I thought this was my day off, so the hair is hopeless and the makeup took 5 minutes, so please be here with me. But the new DLC, yes, and I knew it was on its way because we got the what's it called, the free upload, which we might also look at in this video, depending on the time of it. But the first thing I want to do is basically I just want to see, it's roughly in the center here. We're gonna leave it as it is. I'm gonna try not to talk over it, but I am gonna watch it all first, and then we're gonna go back and see shots of it again. It is the Twilight pack. Leave were out too fast yesterday and say the Nocturnal pack. I also rather had the Nocturnal pack, to be honest, but it's better than nothing. And if we get the opportunity to make better Nocturnal houses here, then I'm in love. So yeah, that's what we're going for. I hope this sound is as it should be. Coming out October 18th, so it's a month before Pokemon, so we have time to play it a lot before that. Nothing else. It's really short, and I only think they actually put out one animal we saw. Can you please remove? But here they, as a way to promote this, I would say it was a Halloween pack. I love the lamps though and the fence. It's very spooky. Not what I expect from Planet Zoo, but hey, at this point we are so long into the living time of Planet Zoo. So hey, go for it if you want to. That was clearly the raccoon. Oh, I just want to. Yeah, I know I'm hopeless here. Here we have I don't think it's a new stand, or maybe it is a new store stand, like this piece, but this down here looks like the piece we already got. That looks interesting. It may be some kind of yeah, it must be a table. It looks like chair. They're sitting on a chair. Then we have the fence down here. The mushrooms, of course, is new. I think the trees we already got. But this kind of roof, completely different. We don't have anything like it. It kind of fits in with the midnight mod, the European midnight mod. Some of these things, so I would love to build with it. I know this isn't about modding today, but yeah, I really like. It's also very old towny build style. Not necessarily everywhere, but I think like old really old German Christmas markets with this. And if you follow my channel, you know I'm already in the Christmas spirit. It's a little hard. Could we see this without the text? Yeah, that helped a little bit. The trees looks like something we have. I can't really see what's that over there though. Maybe it's a enrichment thingy, a climbing thingy, but normally the enrichments come with the free update. We have more of the same building style over here, and here we have something that seems kind of like the same as this. It can also just be a new kind of pillar and a new rooftop piece, meaning that we have two new rooftops, maybe three. It also seems like something going over there with a different texture. All of the smoke of that, we have that kind of in the game. We both have smoke and mist. However, we have the cauldron down here, which is quite unique. I have no idea what I would build it for, but since I have built a Christmas corner in my zoo at this point, maybe we should have a Halloween corner as well. It's a possibility. Okay. Here we have the cauldron again. I think it's the same place, just from a different angle. We have the sign here showing that the skunk is, I think it's the striped one. Depending on this picture. Again, there's a lot of subspecies. We have some new flowers here. New flowers, new flowers, new foliage. Yay! We have the spider web here going on. Before I thought it was a table, but here it's standing up, so maybe it's some kind of prop that you can place around. That would be quite unique as well. Have something going on back here with the light, not necessarily the lantern, even though I love that one. Also love the tree. The tree is also new, but the very, very green light color here, it can't just be a colored light they spot on something, or something is happening over there. We have the thingy here. Sorry about that. Can I? I should be in full HD, so I shouldn't be able to do it better. The grass looks roughly the same depending on which biome you are in. Again, the mushrooms here. Here it seems like they're placed light under the mushroom, so it's lamp. I'd rather there not be, because we can actually add that ourselves. But again, we can just turn them off if we want to, because they would be very fun in a play area. Then we have these small candles. I hope they are a thing on their own and not necessarily the same piece as this one. I like this one. I like the candles, but I would love to be able to use them without each other, because we don't actually have any good candles at this time. But a living flame, we have those big arctic wood thingy with living flames, but here the flame is completely different and very minute, and it's very cozy in a way. Again, I love candles. Candles is a part of the winter here in Denmark. That's just how we keep going, basically. It's the closest we get to the sun through the winter, so we have something going on here also, which I really can't spot that well. I know some of the other YouTubers will come out with something different. Then here we have this that hangs here, and here we have one on the chain. Maybe this is two pieces, so it's one of these combined with the chain. It's also a possibility that it's just two variation of the same lamp. I hope it is. Oh, I was too fast with that. So here we have these weird things going on, and I feel like I already have this, but I feel like I got that from a mod and not from a DLC, so it would be fantastic to have it in the game, especially if it's roughly the same texture, so they go together. That would be amazing. Again, here we have new flowers. We also have new, I think that's also flowers. We had the standing flowers before we looked at. Here I think it's just patches of flowers, like the new one we got with the last DLC, or free update, I'm not sure. Patches of flowers you can build into each other. Again, it is also possible that some of the things we spot here is from the free update. But there's a lot going on here with the color and flowers. Again, I feel like there's something going on in there. Is it a sign or just light? I really don't know. But again, they work around a lot with light in this trailer, which I really appreciate. This tree though seems new. Not all of the pines in the background, but this piece. However, this piece, I know I got a tree like this, but I'm not sure if it's from a mod at this point. Then we got the same lamp here, this time hanging on one of these thingies. We have a raccoon thing here. We got a better look at some of the flowers here. The flowers I called standing flowers before. Then we have a little skunk here. I think it's skunk or it is some kind of rodent. It could be a kind of rodent. Is the skunk a rodent? I'm actually not sure about that. I feel like we have something going on up here. Again, the spider web going on. This time it's a chair. So maybe you have the table and then the chairs around it. Where it's the table, it's the table plate. That's the spider web, and the chair, it's the, what's it called? This part. um, and it's also a possibility that you can get the chairs on their own. It would be quite unique if we can get chair on their own and combine them in ways we want to, because we have the benches and we have the tables with chairs. But we don't have free chairs just to move around at this point. Ooh. That would be either a fox or a wolf, but it should have teased yesterday a fox. But that doesn't seclude that we could also get a wolf, I would say. We have something going on back here with a lot of flowers. Sorry, fire. It seems like almost a forest fires. And then we have more of these mushrooms, but here it seems like you can change the color in them. So this one have green light, this one have yellow orange light. Again, the light at this point, I think we can change all the lights, but I'm not sure. We have more flowers and we have the fence down here, and again a lot of pines. Oh. Okay. That could be like light butterflies, butterflies or moths with light in it. I feel like we already got a lighted butterfly, so it would fit in with that, which would probably be placeable objects with light in it. Then again, we have the foxy here. And then we have something going on here. It looks like some kind of, we have the door, habitat door in there. And then it's kind of a hobbit home. But I feel like we already seen this, but from another angle. Okay. All of these dripstones, again, we have that, but only with mods. I don't think we have it with the game. So I really like that. I hope they are flexi-colored. Again, because depending on the biome, the color of rocks will change in the area, and cave colors would change a lot. Again, here we have the green color coming out of the light. Have a lot of mist. I would like them to actually redo the misting. All of these effects, both with mist, dust, dirt, flowers, whatever, they would redo all of that. And it actually seems like some of these aren't flowers at this point. It's more like fall leaves falling to the ground, which would be amazing to get that. If it appears and disappears through the season, I wouldn't like to have them just laying there all year round, unless again I made a very themed Halloweeny area. Oh. And there we have the raccoon again. It looks like a North American raccoon. I'm not sure if it's called North American, but it looks like the one living over there. The one also featured in Pocahontas, the old Disney movie. Yeah, I'm that old. Um, I, can I just mention that this looks like some kind of mouth? So it's a scary area where you go in through the mouth. That would be, again, amazing. Maybe we have some kind of bench there. I love this. Can we please give more animals this animation? Like, not all of the animals, but in any mischievous animals. Like, sometimes the monkey, some of them, especially the capuchin, almost famous for stealing different stuff. Just sitting around and going. I would love that. The plants here seems again like something we have. The grass here seems either longer or thinner than what we have. Again, that could be a kind of plant, like taller tall grass could be a plant that it is also a possibility that the little creature here just is placed lower than it appears. It appears like it's really hard, a really high plateau it's placed on, but yeah. Again, love this piece back here. Really limited to what you can build with it. I feel like it's heavily themed. However, you could also make it more modern, maybe make it some kind of room divider with a glass piece in the middle or something like that, so you could branch with it. But basically, a lot of the props are very heavily themed at this point. And can I just. Okay. Before this thing comes. Okay, look at the eyes here. You can almost not see them. You can only see the shine in them. You can see there's these a little more darker area where this is more grayish black, where this is pitch black. It's very much what you get with a raccoon. Historically, before people got close to them, people thought that either they were eyeless or the eyes were like this black area, which both would be terrifying. So I actually like that feature that you almost can't see the eyes. Okay. First thought, not what I wished for. Second thought, I still want this. I want this real bad. But I do think it may put a stop on the nocturnal pack. I think Frontier are going to say, now you got Twilight, now you don't need nocturnal because it's very closely related. Twilight animals isn't the same. For instance, a cat is. Honestly, I don't think there is a name for animals that's awake at twilight because that would be a very short time to be awake. But for instance, a lot of cats are active in the early morning, the late evening, and again in the end of the night, because that's where the prey are moving around. The mice, the different kind of rodents, all of these time things they eat. The birds are also very very awake here in the morning, early morning, and that just makes sense for them to be awake like in spots during the night. Nocturnal animals is animals that are mainly awake at night, which would normally be that they wake around twilight. Sometimes you can actually find them through the day. You can find a badger through the day sometimes, but it would most likely be because it's either disturbed or it wasn't able to find enough food through the night. That's the two main possibilities. If you find a nocturnal animal at day, don't bother it. go away. A lot of nocturnal animals are nocturnal either because they are very shy or because their food source are very shy. So by disturbing it, you will either disturb a very shy animal or the prey it's going for, so it can't get what it's need to eat. So please, if you ever see a nocturnal animal at day, go away. If you're one of those people who wants to sit in a forest still all night trying to get an eye on one of these animals, as long as you don't disturb it, sit still with your night goggles on, be my guest. I don't have the patience for it, but I commend you on being able to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna read a little bit into it. Again, I am dyslexia, and I also have my English is my second language, so bear with me here, please. uh, we we told you the sun had set on summer, and what does the sun set lead to? That's right, Twilight. Okay, that's just cocking out, basically. We know you wanted nocturnal, but we're not gonna give you that, so Twilight. Introducing the Planet Zoo Twilight Pack, which will be making its way to you on October 18th, alongside free update. Again, I've been talking for 20 minutes. I'm gonna make a video on that on its own, and I'm gonna put it in a playlist together with this. What Spunk in the Night. It's 5 new creatures. Crepuscular. Yeah, I'm never using the Latin words for that. Basically, a dark liking animal. It's not nocturnal, but animals that favors dark places or dark times at the day. Dark times at the day can also be actually from late afternoon in some very foresty areas or cave areas and so on. It can also be inside a cave, of course, through the entire day. Species give a warm welcome to everyone favorite bandit, the mischievous raccoon, which we saw, and it looks good. Again, this wasn't gameplay, I think, so therefore when we get it, I will take a look at it and I will actually compare it to what we normally look at when we make our mod reviews. Gasp at the cuteness of one of the most beloved Australian marsupials, the common wombat. That's quite cute, and I hope they make their poop right. Honestly, they have square poop for some weird reason, so I really want them to do that right. Sneak through the twilight with the ever clever red fox. Red fox, isn't that this, red fox can be a few different foxes, honestly. Or is it? I'm just gonna okay, Vulpes. Okay, it is a species. Vulpes is fox, so vulpes would be a subspecies. It's actually only got the 3, so now we have the other 3. I thought there was multiple subspecies of red fox, but then again, subspecies can have subspecies, and again, everywhere in the world, basically, north from equator. Oh, not now. I'm just clicking on everything here. But be careful of the striped skunk. was the striped one. And last but certainly not least, take flight with the Egyptian fruit bat. Oh, I've seen these ones in real life. They are very, very unique when it comes to bats. Again, we also have bats in Denmark, and the ones we have here are very much, very small and very dark and much grayer. This is much more reddish, warm toned bat. And it's about time we get a bat in the game. I have been wishing for a bat for a long time. I haven't mentioned it that much because I thought I was alone in it. But amazing with a bat. As we bring you an all new exclusive feature, although exhibits. Please don't make these exhibit animals, please. It's actually a bit difficult to see here because it could be a new kind of exhibit box. But we also have a grid down here, so it seems a little bit weird to me. I don't want them to be... I want to build an entire cave exhibit for these creatures. I'm not sure I'm gonna get that. Walk through exhibits. Okay. Compromising. I'm okay. Not what I wanted, but I'm okay. A new special feature coming to the Twilight pack, featuring an exhibit with a bigger footprint, 20 times 12 times 8. Okay, so a normal one is 4x4. 8 must be the height. Yeah, 4x4. So here we have 3 boxes times 5 boxes. So we have 12 times bigger than it was before. So we'll get there. It's better. But I still want to be able to place things and make it unique, even though we get that new backdrop thing. I hope they do this as an overhaul to a lot of the existing exhibits. What will allow you to house the new Egyptian fruit bat? While these will be exclusive to the Egyptian fruit bat, so not with anything else. In the Twilight pack, the exhibit itself will be a very available for all players as a part of free update to allow all builders to have fun with the exhibit itself. So it's the Egyptian fruit bat one is exclusive for the DLC, but other animals will have it with the new update. I would like to know, can you then choose between one or the other? Because if I still play a game I already played, for instance, if I enter my Pine Hut Zoo where we already have exhibit boxes, would it then just delete the old ones and try to place one of the newer? What will it do then? Builders will also be allowed to enjoy 200 new scenery items. That isn't that many, some of which really make the most of the spooky season. This isn't a lot because we are getting new walls, I'm guessing. New walls, that's at least 10 pieces or 15. Then we saw a few different new roofs. Again, that's at least 5 for each. Then we got new statue. Again, it runs up, and every single small piece is a new piece. For instance, the statue with the candles, if that's one thing, then it's one. If it's two things, then it's two. The lamp, we saw these two different variations. Maybe there's a third one also. So therefore, it's... yeah... I'm not too impressed with 200 pieces, but again, we also need normal computers to be able to play the game at some point. I know there is crashing issues sometimes, especially with new updates. But honestly, I don't see this as a bad thing. That they don't put too many pieces in, as long as it's good pieces as and not only flop pieces. Again, the statue is really unique. I really like them. I like the design of them more than some of the older ones. But how many times am I gonna use that piece? Compared to genetic wood pieces or glass pieces or small thingies, which you can just see in my video last week with the Santa. Sorry, not last week. It's going up tomorrow, honestly, where I built Santa's sled. I used so many of 3 pieces. I used wood for the bottom, then I used the plates, the metal, and that's that. And I used, I think, a few thousand pieces on that sleigh. So, yeah, again, pros and cons. Set the ambience with a whole new set of Gothic inspired buildings. Building pieces including a range of Romanian architecture. I wouldn't have placed it there, but again, I've never been there. But I do like that they place it more specifically, because European architecture, there's a lot different things going on between Denmark and Spain, for instance. A portcullis and even zoo thematic gargoyles. If you really want to capture the spirit of Halloween, what I said, and create a area your guests are sure to never forget, you'll love our new jackal jack-o' lanterns. I'm not sure if that should mean anything. Glowing mushrooms, spider webs, and even cauldron. Again, heavenly thematic. So how many times are you actually gonna use it? I'm pretty sure it will inspire a lot of gamers in the beginning, but then when you have done it, you have done it. Nature isn't being forgotten though, as well as the carved pumpkins. We are also adding a range of thrilling plants. Hide in the shape of the twisted bristlecone pine, so that is new, and decorate a pumpkin patch with new plants including ghost fungus, foxgloves, and piles of scattered fall leaves. Again, I want those leaves to be seasonal, just like the snow is. I'm not sure I'm gonna get that. We have one more special surprise still in store, including a brand new career scenario. Well, that's quite normal, but I'm gonna play it, but I'm not gonna stream it because they are so just doing what you're told, so I'm not feeling that would be an interesting video. Give them pumpkin to talk about as we head to Transylvania, base 2 that's been left abandoned by our old friend Dominic Myers. Joined by Nancy, you arrive and learn you have a new famous bear to look after, haven't been kept by an in-world celebrity and not looked after properly. This Himalayan bear, again, I would love that was not a Himalayan brown bear, but was an animal from the DLC. Has made quite a name for itself in the news. and now guests are flocking to come and see it themselves. Work together to give the bear the best life possible and to create a spectacular experience your guests are sure to love. I feel like they love what they did Frontier here. They really think they did something amazing. Again, good DLC. Not the worst one we got. Still gonna get it. But I feel like the way they formulate things, they really think that they invented the hollow ball. This will be the first career scenario after the Arctic Pack, so we're sure you're just excited as us to get your hands. Blah blah blah. Will be available for purchase. The price on Steam from October 18th. If you want to be notified, it's blah blah blah. Yeah, this, the basic. And then come join your social media. Again, it's a good pack. I feel like, again, it is a prop pack. We only gonna get those, I think, 5 animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 animals probably, unless they have some big surprise in hand that you will know when we get closer. I do, however, feel like we got a good picture here from both the bats. I'm not sure how much more entertaining that they're gonna be, since it is exhibit. And we got a good picture of the raccoon, so we have few animals to look at before we get there. But this is a prop pack. No, wait a minute. The last DLC was a prop pack, so we expected an animal pack here. I will say though, if you consider getting this pack and you want to use mod, then definitely use this pack. There's a few things in here where I feel like the modders are gonna use it. The modders are gonna want to use it. And then you can't use those mod using the regs from these animals unless you get this pack. And if you don't want to be afraid of crashing your game if you accidentally download one of these, then just get this. It's not gonna be a really expensive price point. Again, it's around these, yeah, I think that's euro, so €8 and 10, no, that's euro, pound maybe, something like that. So it's a reasonable price point if you ask me. I know it's expensive if you want to buy them all, but again, they have that bigger pack where I think that if you get the deluxe pack edition, $12 packs. Wetlands, Planet Zoo, Conservation. So I think when we get closer, it will be added here. Maybe, I feel like. So if you are a new gamer, I actually started, I didn't play it before this spring, to be honest. I have, however, a good amount of hours in here. But I should have bought this to save the money, so instead I bought, I think, this. And then the rest of the DLCs I bought individually. So they got really expensive real fast. So if you just want to try it, then just buy the base game. If you want really to excel at this game, you want more pieces, you want more animals, you want it all, you want mods, you want even more than that, then buy this. Save the money. If you know you're one of those persons like me who can't stop buying either way, then just save the money. Gonna go over here, you can see. Yeah, in 7-8 months I got this. Yeah, I have no life. Anyway, free update. We gonna okay. It's not that big, so what happens now? There, free update. Educator exhibit demonstration. I will say everything I said before this is my raw reaction. This I saw videos on yesterday, so I didn't know if I was gonna make a video on it. Exhibit demonstrations. I love this. I already love this. I'm not gonna read it all, but this is what got me to love animals in the first place. Again, I wasn't that old when I got my first turtle. This little beautiful Russian land turtle something was beautiful. They actually moved out in our garden later on, and one of them got eaten by a bird. But the whole thing about seeing, smelling, touching animal is unique. It's what engage a lot of kids. I also been working at a living museum. Not gonna do the long story here, but the thing is, I worked with animals on that living museum as a farmer's daughter, and the thing about people were able to touch a goose, a sheep, whatever, was a big part of the day for these kids. So I think this is beautiful. Again, an educator will do this. They won't actually just be able to go on and pet them. Educator will control it, so the animals should be relaxed and comfortable. Backdrops. Yes, this, it seems like it's the same as just placing a TV screen in backdrop, and then you can put a custom media in your custom media and use it that way. I like the fact that we get the opportunity, but I rather have the 3D background, to be honest. Exhibit population management. I'm gonna read this because the videos I saw yesterday I didn't agree on what it meant. Through that all, though that was all, nope. Exhibits are getting a management update with the new population management tab. We know the rate at which exhibit animals reproduce can be quite fast. So now you will be able to automatically handle the overpopulation of your exhibits, which the ability to set different rules for the males and females of the species. You will be able to ensure your exhibits are properly maintained. Set your max population count for each, so you can say, oh, I only want one male and three females or something like that at all time. So if your male dies, then they will keep one of the young, and then it would be interbreeded. So it isn't perfect. I don't feel like they would automatically buy a new male, but I'm not sure. Your priority filters, such as if they should be removed by oldest first. So when you have a baby growing up, you can decide to remove the parents instead of the babies, and then decide what to do with the exes. Put them in storage, sell them, or release them into the wild. I would like this to be on habitats also, basically, but it's a good start. And I feel like this is the safe way for Frontier to say, we're rolling this out now. We are rolling this out slow, nicely, and see what happens. And then maybe implement it for habitats later. I feel like that's the thought about it, but again, I'm not in there yet, so I don't know. If you have friends in your exhibits that you're worried about, don't fret. You can set custom exemptions on specific animals that will override your management filters. So if you have one with really strong genetics for once, you can say this one is the one to keep, no matter sorry, no matter what else I said, that's a good thing. Exhibit camera improvement. Last but not least, your exhibit camera is getting an upgrade. The interior camera has been improved to allow you a better view of inside of your exhibits, and you can get a close look at the personal which your animals with the all new orbit mode. This will be familiar with the working similar to the habitat camera, and will, yeah. New biome skirts. I talked about this before. I will actually like to show you. Over here, biomes. So this is the red fox biomes, according to Animalia.bio. And this is climate zones. So temperate and tropical, which we have in the game, would be climate zones and not biomes. Cold will also be a climate zones. Arctic could also be one, of course. And then over here we have like more biomes, which could be the grassland, the scrubland, woodlands, rock area, woodlands, agricultural, foresty, urban wildlife, and so on. So I think they're gonna mix in some of these together. I also think they may make a preferred darkness skirt. I could think they may do that, but I'm not sure. Rammed terrain stem. Yeah, that looks like something we have been doing for a long time manually. Make it a tiny bit easier, but I'm not seeing the big change. Peopledism describes pattern of unpigmented spots across the animal's skin or coat, resulting in some really unique looking variants. This rare genetic expression is added as a new color morph. So it's a color morph, which means that even though it's rare, and they can put it rarely, but if you have multiple of them, the spots will still be exactly the same, so it won't make it more unique if you have 10 of them. Yeah, and then the animal behavior here with the trash can, kind of in love with that. Kind of a very small step. Again, for some animals, monkeys, it would make a lot of sense to go for the trash. Hippo would probably go for the plants. Just saying. Sounds of Summer speaker update. Yeah, I heard some of it. I'm not impressed. I like the music as background music, but that's just not what I would put on myself. So I don't know why people are so impressed by it. Again, it is good for what it is going to be, but it isn't this magnificent album that I'm gonna play every day and every night for the next year. It's something I'm gonna enjoy a little bit when I play my game. That's it. I just want to state that, and if you hate me, I'm sorry. But anyway, this free update will come the same day, the 18th of October. No matter if you get the DLC or not. So, just you will get something no matter what. But again, if you're gonna use mod, or if you just like me and want it all, then go get it. I don't feel like you would. I don't think the average player will feel like they miss a lot if they miss this pack. There are some quite unique animals, but I feel like it's not like the furry animals. It's not like the small cute animals. The fox is very cute, but a lot of these animals are going to be more like, I gonna love them because I love to tell the story about them, both the animal but also a story in my game. Uh, Builders are gonna love these because you're gonna build something that is quite unique to these specific animals. And builders are also gonna love that we get a build pack again. But if you just want new animals, there are other ways to get them. And not all of these animals, but some of them were in a actually, we don't have a raccoon mod. We have the common wombat. We have the red fox. It isn't that good though. We do have skunks. I think we don't have any bat. I've been looking for bats. So that's yeah. So half of these I feel like there are mods for at this point, but these will be discontinued with the new DLC. That's the custom. Again, the modders love the games and they love Frontier and they don't want to shit on their work at all. They do, however, sometimes make remakes. So if you want to play with the mod, you need to do that before the free update. But if you want to do just a beta version, then Frontier does that. At some point, probably the modders are gonna take a try at it. Yeah, what did I forgot to say? Yeah, mods. Again, this isn't a mod video, but if you do have mods, remember to remove them before you are going to get your new update. Not necessarily the DLC, but the update. Sometimes they don't crash the game, but basically Frontier doesn't account for mods because they don't endorse them at all. So therefore it's not their responsibility if you have a mod that don't work with the free updates. So if you don't want to remove them completely, move them to another folder on your computer. Then afterwards the modders would normally tell you if they are safe to put back in, and if they're not, the modders will make updates on them so you can use them later on. However, if you have a mod based suit, that may be an issue for you. Normally it is for me. I'm gonna try to get around it in Pinehatsu because I want to stay there for a little while. But maybe we're gonna take a break from that, build something else, and then go back to that when the mod works. Yeah, but wow, that was almost an hour. Sorry about that, guys. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys!